topic I'm going to discuss is the concept of retailing. So, here is the meaning of retailing. As according to the definition, retailing is defined as all set of activities, all set of process and step that are used to sell or distribute the particular number of goods and services, product or services to the end consumer or for their personal and family use. Whatever the goods and services are produced by the organization, the retailer provides the services to the end number of consumer for their personal and family use. So it is the responsibility of the retailer for matching the individual demand of the consumer with supplies of all the manufacturers. Whatever the goods and services are produced, whatever the supplier wants to sell their number of goods and services to the particular market segmentation, the main process and the main purpose of retailer is to match the individual or consumer's demand with that particular supplier or manufacturer who produce their number of units for gaining the maximum profits. So retailing has become the more important and intrinsic part of everyday's life that it is often taken for granted. We cannot take for granted the concept of retailing because with the help of retailing we can get the number of goods and services and satisfying our wants. So the nation have that has enjoyed the greatest economic and social progress have been those with the strong retailer sectors. So to increase the level of economy, to build up the image within the environment of market and to increase the social programs, all strong retail sectors are to be maintained who provide the sufficient number of goods and services to the consumer with matching the concept of supplies of all the manufacturers. So here come the importance of retailing. Why retailing is important in economic sector? The very first one is the sale of ultimate consumer of the product. Under the concept of retailing, all the transactions, all the selling of goods and services are sold, are distributed among the end user, among the final user who use the product, consume the product for satisfying his want. Further, the product will be not resold by that particular consumer. So the number of goods and services are sold at that point of time that can be used for various purposes such as domestic purpose, household purpose, or for the use of industrial use. Whatever the goods and services are purchased through the concept of retailing, that particular product or services can be used for many purposes like for the personal use, domestic use, household use, or as the raw material for the industrial purpose. Next one is the convenient place and location. Most of the retailer shops are generally set on the particular locations which are convenient to the consumer's reach. Consumer can reach towards a particular market as they are already knew that where they can get the effective manner of products, where the stores are available, where they can get the particular amount of product. So a retail store can be of the various forms, such as it could be the small shops, small stores, or as the multiplex. Retailer shops can be in the various forms, like small shops are held up in the small sectors or local sectors, or small stores or various kind of multiplex. These all structures are known as retailing purpose. So goods can be sold through the internet and mobile apps as per the convenience to the consumer. Under the concept of relating, internet and mobile app facilities are also provided where the convenience is provided to the number of consumers, where the goods and services are provided to the end number of consumer and final consumer. After that, there is no resold of any kind of transaction of goods and services. The next one is the retail business contribute to the economy. So In many of the countries where retail business has accomplished, it will build up the biggest contribution to the gross domestic product, which will lead to the growth of economy. And contribution has also increased as compared to the past level of records. So if we are talking about the retailing concept, it will enforce the economy, it will build up the economy more ambitiously and encourage the sustainability growth without any loss. According to the next concept, that is the retailers provide maximum employment. As according to the 21st century, due to the more competition, employment level should be increased. And if the employment is provided to the number of customer, it will also leads to increase the level of economy. So as per an estimation, 1 in 9 of the workforce is employed in the retailing industry. If we are talking about the certain records or we conduct the survey, 1 of the 9 of the workforce is employed under retail of the services. Moreover, two-thirds of the total workforce in the retail world are women, and more than half of the employees in retail are part-time employees. If you're talking about the most of the population who get their employment under retailing, two-thirds of the population is the women population where they get the employment opportunities, and more than half of the employees in retailing get the part-time employment job, which provides more flexibility to the number of workers and provide need to the number of employees while adapting particular number of standards, number of policies, so that we can achieve their own goals too, as well as the organization's goal. So in the past, the salaries are paid to the number of employees were very low as compared to the today's scenario. So therefore, people worked on the temporary basis on the retail sectors. If we are talking about the number of surveys are conducted, the number of records we are framed, the number of persons who are worked under the retail sectors are worked on the temporary basis. But as the work conditions and salaries are paid in retail sectors are improving, more and more people are considered retail jobs as the permanent career. If we are talking about the today's conditions, today's scenario, if proper motivation level is provided to the number of employees, proper incentives, bonus, salaries are provided to the number of employees, it will lead to improve the standard of living of people who get their job under retail sector. Thank you.